ASMR. Just kidding. That is the worst. ASMR could possibly be thrown in the lake of fire. Hopefully, because that is terrible. All the little noises and the whispering. No, not a fan of it. But what I am a fan of is learning. And today we're going to talk about and discuss the ruler of the earth. The ruler of the earth, obviously, number one, numero uno, is God and Jesus. They have complete dominion. They can't be kicked out or held out. You know, their plan is their plan. But they have given over temporary dominion to Lucifer, Satan, the devil. Matthew 4:9 states that Satan offers the world. How can you offer something if you don't own it? Of course, he's a liar. He might, ultimately he doesn't own it. So he really couldn't offer it to Jesus, but he's saying, I have rule over all this and I'll give it to you. It's the temptation of Jesus. John 12:31 and going on through 33, the ruler of this world will eventually be cast out. Who gets cast out? That's Satan. That's the devil. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 1 through 3, talking about people walking according to the principality of the air, which is the devil, Satan. So we see all through the world, there are different things we can look at. There's Christian conspiracy theories of pointing out things of the devil. I just had a big poof. I hate that. Sorry. I'll try not to do it again. But there are societies and rulers that run things, okay? And I want to break them down, start at the top. I made little notes. If you see me looking over here, it's because I'm going off my notes, just in case my mind forgets. So, there's the banking houses. Specifically, really, the banking house of the world are the Rothschilds. Now, this started as an old Jewish family that gained power through guile and deceit, and they run the money of the world. If anything needs to be backed, they will run it. If there is a war to be backed, they will run both sides. This is something that's been going on since the Napoleonic Wars. Nothing new to them. Might be new to you if you've never known that, but that is what they do. They provide money to everybody. And guess what? They own a castle in Europe. I don't know if you remember the speech where George Senior was talking about 1,000 points of light. Well, he's referring to a room in the castle that the Rothschilds own, where there's 1,000-point chandelier. There's the 1,000 lights. It's the illumination. You can say the word Illuminati, but it's just talking about this room. Well, also in this castle, the Rothschilds have, they don't leave. There's actually, I think, one specific Rothschild that lives there that is allowed to leave. The rest are not allowed to leave. And this is given to them. I could, if you asked, I could try to dig it up if it's still there. I've seen the video where they're talking about it. The family's talking about it. They had to do the interview in this castle because they couldn't leave. They were talking about how they have the seat of power where Lucifer has a throne in that castle, and they have to wait there in case he comes and sits on it so he can tell them what to do. Creepy. I mean, that is 100% creepy. So there's every bank. The world is banked by the Rothschilds. Okay, so they take orders from Lucifer. That's what they say. I mean, this isn't me. I'm not making stuff up. You have government powers. You have the Bilderbergs, the Trilateral Commission, the United Nations, right? Washington, D.C. Obviously, there's tons of occult and satanic symbols in D.C. There's statues. There's, we're finding out pedophilia, and all these people are obsessed with little kids. This isn't just at a national level. This is also a state level and local. The satanic mischief in these people's hearts and their circles is insane. You have the religious rulers. You have the Catholic papacy, the Pope. He is not of God. You have, Christian superstars. For America, obviously it's Joel Osteen. Then you have, I guess, according to us, you would have the Muslim extremists, let's say, that want to go full board, blowing people up. All of these men and these rulers and these ruling classes are evil. They're not of God. They have their own agenda. It's about money and power. And again, you'll find pedophilia linked to all of these. You're going to find pedophilia linked to every disgusting thing. Then you have the let's say business-wise, right? You have the monopolies, the tech giants, Microsoft, Apple, who else? Probably whoever makes this Logitech stuff that I'm using. These are all ran by the owners and CEOs. All these people are connected. They're connected to these circles that are connected to satanic things. Outside of business, you have the occult. You have Freemasons, Scottish Rite, pagans, astrologists. Astrology is a big thing in our lifestyle as Americans. At least you see it everywhere. All of these things are combined, and they put the things out. And the biggest one in America is Hollywood. And we'll just put television. Let's say television, because Hollywood is kind of like the capital of television, right? You have movies, commercials. You even have we'll put music in there as well. Music, I don't know what the capital is, but we're all putting this together. Movies, television, music, it's all produced and ran by people that either are known occultists, Freemasons, pedophiles. They're the ones thinking of these ideas. Okay, you go to Hollywood. For one, once a year at least, they gather together in their building that's surrounded by idols, and they give awards that is a golden idol of a man showing how great they are to each other. Oh, look at us, we're amazing. Meh. Television, commercials, TV shows especially, they put out an agenda. What is that agenda? It's always something new, the hot topic. And here recently, what is it? What sex do you want to be? And can you love a boy or a girl? Pedophilia. Is it okay? Is it not? And, abortion. You can run around and have sex, but you're just gonna kill it. It's okay. It's not a real baby or person. Go ahead and kill it. Commercials are kind of with that monster thing. The marketing / commercials are products have a lot of colors and symbols used in the occult. They're used people that worship the devil. Not that these symbols have power, but they do hold significance to themselves. So the world around us is created in all this symbolism, all this occultism, and all these people are set in power. It's power? Remember, we don't fight against flesh and blood, but against the power, principalities and powers of the air. It's all like a spiritual setup. We need to step outside of that. I mean, music videos, honestly. Music and music videos. You used to hear, grandmothers, that rock and roll's of the devil. It's of the devil. It was kind of like roll your eyes ridiculous. They could see that transition. And now you go back and now you see from, old school rock and roll or whatever, pick an era. It's usually newer. To now, you will see this progression of satanic influence, not only in the music, the lyrics, but also the videos. I mean, what is that girl's name? The name I'm thinking of is Billie Eilish. Now, this girl is underage. Obviously, she's not only steeped in the occult, but probably there's been sexual ritual abuse involved in her life and her family. If you do any research, her first big song she got famous for. I'm gonna read a couple of lyrics. This is I'm the bad guy, or bad guy, right? This is the words: white shirt now red, my bloody nose, sleeping on your tippy toes, creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal, bruises on both my knees for you. Very sexual in connotation. She's 17. Don't say thank you or please. I do what I want when I'm wanting to. Obviously promiscuous. That's what she's talking about there. My soul, so cynical. So you're a tough guy, like it really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, chest always so puffed guy. Like, talking about the guy she's wanting. Make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad tight. Might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy, duh. And then you hear, I'm the bad guy. Music isn't that good anyway, but she is pushed, and it's ridiculous how popular it is. Creepy as all get out. That song wasn't enough just as proof, because there's videos. All videos have, again, this symbology and symbolism, every symbolic word you want to use to the pagan occultist, Satanist. It's all the same. It's all ran by the same boss, right? Let me just keep going to Billie Eilish in case you haven't ever paid attention, or you hear your kids or your friends listen to it. Now, I watched this video. As soon as I heard the name of the video is All the Good Girls Go to Hell, I knew this chick is already jacked up. These producers, these, as far as music / videos, I knew this was going to be a jacked up video. All the way around. I was right. It starts out, she's a fallen angel. She's on her way to the ground burning. Then she comes up out of a black tar, the black goo. And the first line of the song is, my Lucifer is lonely. Standing there, killing time, can't commit to anything but a crime. Peter's on vacation, an open invitation. That's funny, because it's like saying, Peter guards the gates of heaven. So he's on vacation, an open invitation into heaven. False. Which doesn't work that way, but it's... Pearly gates look more like a picket fence. Once you get inside them, got friends, but can't invite them. This is great. Hills burn in California. My turn to ignore you. Don't say I didn't warn you. All the good girls go to hell. Hills burn in California? What? Like, literally, California's been on fire. The hills of California have been on fire forever now. This is crazy. Okay, so next is, 'cause even God herself has enemies. God herself has enemies. And once the water starts to rise and heaven's out of sight, she'll want the devil on her team. My Lucifer is lonely. If that's not the most satanic, pagan, disgusting thing in the world, I don't know what is. It's obvious, it's slapped in your face. And this is what the kids, I mean, I had to specifically tell my kids not to listen to her because of how ridiculous when I found this out. I do like to listen to the music. Some music I'm not always a Nazi on, but points like this chick and the vileness, I mean, honestly, the wickedness, the witchcraft that she's spewing out of her disgusting mouth is going to infiltrate your mind or your children's mind, whoever's listening to it. The fact that witchcraft and the Freemasons have similar rituals. Witchcraft slash Satanism usually uses real sacrifices, real blood sacrifices, either by humans or animals. Freemasonry just kind of copies it. They'll do a fake sacrifice. Like if you've ever, where's that place where Alex Jones got into in the woods and they give a fake, they killed and cremated care for all the cares of the world they got rid of to their owl god Molech. My point, to close it out, is our churches are taking on these points of view. Our churches are taking on these philosophies. Our churches are accepting certain things. We're accepting evolution. We're accepting feeling over righteousness. We're accepting lies over truth. And we need to stop. I just burped. Wow. We need to stop that. 1 John 2:15-17 tells you, love not the world. We do love it. I mean, yeah, sure, we all get involved in it. We need to learn how to stop. Stop loving the world. Stop loving all the things that want to infiltrate your mind and your family's mind. If you're a man right now watching this, you need to know that it is your job to lead your family or your future family, or let's say you're a young man and you take care of your mother. Not saying it has to be a wife or kids. Say you take care of your mother and your siblings. It's your job to learn about this. Can't stress enough. Being a man is being responsible, learning, and setting whoever you're in charge of, whoever you have responsibility for, leading them in the right path. And you need to find the right path. It's not being lazy. It's not being ignorant. There's no excuse, really. There will be no excuse, especially if you're a Christian. If you're not a Christian, I understand. You have no foundational guidelines. That's, I get that. But as a Christian, if you think you're just going to show up at the judgment seat of God and claim ignorance, I mean, you might get in through the gates, but what's your reward going to be? Because you were lazy. You didn't care. You're just ignorant. You cared more about entertainment. You cared more about, what you were listening to. Terrible Satan music. Or, action movies or sci-fi movies when you made false idols more important to you than God, or finding out at least what you were participating in. You need to find the truth. This whole channel is about the truth. You need to find the truth. I'm here to encourage you, here to talk about things, discuss them, let you grow, maybe, hopefully. I hope I'm helping somebody. I hope I help somebody. That's what I said, somebody. Hope I'm helping somebody. And, well, I just want to close it off and say thank you. Thank you for watching this whole thing, maybe listening, and have a great rest of your life. Maybe you just need a good rest of the night. That's okay too. Alright guys, shalom, love you, good night. Thank you for joining me on Channel 33. Channel 33.